Tom, is everything okay? Did something happen?
Sarah, where are you right now?
I've been trying to reach you for the past hour. Finally, you respond. What do you mean, where am I? I'm at the restaurant where you made the reservation. They've already seated me and I've been waiting for you.
Well, enjoy dinner by yourself then.
Are you stuck in traffic or are you running late?
I'm not coming.
What? What do you mean you're not coming? Why? Is this some kind of joke?
I want to end things with you today.
Wait a minute. What is this about? What happened? We were fine just yesterday when we talked about today's plans.
It's not sudden. I've been thinking about this for a while.
If you've been thinking about it for a while, why did you make a restaurant reservation for today? You know I've wanted to try this place for months.
That was just because.
Just because? That doesn't make any sense, Tom.
Actually, I found someone else I like. I'm going to live with her, so I want to end things with you today.
You've been cheating. How long has this been going on?
Honestly, how did you not notice?
Notice what? That you were lying to me? Sure, we've both been busy and haven't seen each other much lately, but you made a reservation at this restaurant I've always wanted to try, and it's our anniversary, so I thought...
What? You thought I was going to propose? Oh, sweet. Meanwhile, I've been trying to figure out how to break up with you. You kept going on about wanting to eat somewhere nice for our anniversary, so I made the reservation. But I have no intention of eating with you anymore.
What's that supposed to mean? Did you make this reservation just to cover up your cheating? Did you think this would somehow make it better?
Come to think of it, I should have just broken up with you at the restaurant. Would have been like something out of a drama. What a missed opportunity.
This isn't funny. Stop treating this like some kind of joke.
I ordered the course meal, so enjoy both portions in my place. Oh, and of course it's pay after you eat, so make sure you pay for whatever you eat and drink. Well then, thanks for everything up until now. Goodbye.
You can't be serious. You're making me pay for a dinner for two? Wait, Tom, you can't end things this one-sidedly. Let's talk about this properly. Tom? Hey, Tom! At least have the decency to face me properly. Tom, please respond. We've been together for 2 years. Don't I deserve better than this? Sarah, I have something to tell you. Sorry, Katie, I'm busy right now. I'll call you back later. But it's about you. About me? I just wanted to let you know that I finished putting all your stuff outside the house. My stuff? What are you talking about? It really cleared up the space. What? What do you mean? Why are you touching my things? The lease is being terminated at the end of the month anyway, and Tom's moving out next week to live with me in our new place, so I threw out the garbage to make moving preparations easier. My belongings are garbage? Wait, living with you in a new place? What are you talking about? Katie, this isn't funny. Still haven't figured it out? Oh, you're so dense. Sarah, look, I'm the one Tom's been cheating with. You're lying. Oh, this has to be some kind of sick joke. I stole Tom from you. Surprised? I bet you never saw this coming. Tom's been cheating with you? Since when? Remember when you introduced him last New Year's? You said he was someone you were considering marriage with. Well, when we had dinner together, it was love at first sight for both of us. Love at first sight? That dinner where you brought your boyfriend? We've been secretly meeting and dating ever since, and now we've decided to live together. Did you hear about his transfer? Transfer? I haven't heard anything about that. Of course you haven't. Tom only tells important things to me now. He's being transferred, so we decided it's perfect timing to live together somewhere you don't know about, and I'm going with him. So you've been dating behind my back this whole time? Your own sister? That's right, Sarah. You were completely clueless, living in your own peaceful little bubble. It was actually kind of fun watching you talk about your future plans. I trusted you. How could you do this to me? I'm actually really grateful to you. After all, Tom is loaded. You always were terrible at seeing the bigger picture. Wait, you didn't have a boyfriend. When I introduced Tom, you brought your own boyfriend because you said it would be sad to have just one guy with two girls. What happened to him? Oh, that boyfriend? I dumped him. You dumped him? I heard he was a doctor, but he never took me on nice dates. He was so cheap. I wanted him to pick me up in a luxury car like a proper doctor, but he always wanted to meet somewhere instead. Can you believe he took the bus to dates? How embarrassing. You only see men for their money? He was such a kind person. The world runs on money, doesn't it? Things like feelings that you can't see are worth less than things you can see and compare, like money and status. I did some research and found out that some doctors are actually poor doctors, so I guess I drew the short straw. You wouldn't understand because you're satisfied with so little. He was such a nice person and you call him the short straw? Nice doesn't pay for designer bags, Sarah. Anyway, Tom spends money on our dates, and since his dad's a company president, he knows how to spend money properly. He's older and dependable, so I decided I liked him better and stole him from you. How selfish. Call it what you want. I call it knowing what I want. Today was your anniversary dinner, right? Were you expecting a proposal? Instead of a proposal, you got dumped. Kicked out of your house you lived in together. No house, no boyfriend. What a miserable loser you've become. Almost 30 and all alone. Poor thing. You threw out my belongings so carelessly. You'll compensate me if anything is damaged. Yeah, I get that you're upset, but is that weak barking all you can do? You really are like a losing dog howling. Pathetic. Maybe this will teach you to be less naive. I won't forgive either of you. Well, don't get too worked up. Just enjoy your dinner at the restaurant Tom reserved for 2 people. Send me pictures of the food. I hear it's quite expensive. Oh, you still live around here, Sarah? I'm actually surprised nothing's changed. Shouldn't you have worked on improving yourself after getting dumped by a man? Katie? That's right, Katie, your dear, sweet little sister. Miss me? I've had you blocked for a year. What do you want? Did you see me? Are you back in town? Correct. Listen, Sarah, that man was the absolute worst. You really dodged a bullet breaking up with him. That man, you mean Tom? Who else would I be talking about? Oh, don't tell me you still have feelings for that useless guy. I don't have any feelings left. What happened? Everything went wrong. That's what happened. You know how he got transferred a year ago? Well, his dad was supposed to put him in charge of the branch office. The plan was for him to be the branch manager for about 2 years, then return to headquarters with a good position, eventually taking over the company. But recently he got demoted to entry level. Entry level? Can you believe the humiliation? Can you believe it? Now he's saying he doesn't know when he'll return to headquarters since he's entry level. His salary is lower. Everything's different from what was planned. He even started talking about budgeting. You know I can't deal with that kind of lifestyle. He actually suggested I get a job. Me. That's not my problem. Don't be so cold. We're sisters after all. So I decided to cut my losses. While he was at work, I started going to matchmaking events, and eventually I met my ideal doctor. You never learn, do you? You're just jealous because I always land on my feet. And what happened with Tom? This one's different from the previous doctor. His father owns a hospital and is the director. He's super rich and he's a surgeon. His monthly salary is incredible. He even drives a luxury car. So you switched to him and broke up with Tom? Sorry I stole him from you only to dump him so easily. Are you bored? Want Tom back? Really? You'd be okay with that? Well, don't tell me you're actually interested. It's pretty pathetic to be happy about getting someone's leftovers, but if you want him, he's yours. I don't need him anymore. But I'm blocked, and it seems he changed his contact information and address after that. I'll tell you all that. I don't want him anymore. He's becoming quite desperate, actually. Thanks, that helps. I envy how you can be satisfied with so little. Sarah, I could never. I absolutely can't live without money. I'll send you his contact info and current address later. Try not to get cheated on this time. Though I guess getting cheated on is better than being alone forever. Want me to tell him you're still interested? Well, that would be helpful. You really haven't changed at all, have you? Still the same pathetic sister.
I heard from Katie. She said you still have feelings for me.
I told her I didn't have any feelings left, but I guess she didn't get it.
Come on, don't play hard to get now. She said you asked for my contact info and address. That means you want to see me, right? If you still have feelings for me, you should just be honest about it. I might even take you back.
Take me back?
Don't act surprised. You must have been waiting for this chance. If you want to get back together with me, the son of a company president, that badly, I'll let you. Things are over with Katie anyway. We can start fresh.
Why would I want to get back together with someone who cheated on me with my own sister, someone I was discussing marriage with and who ran away without any explanation or taking responsibility?
The past is the past. We should move forward. Come on. Why'd you ask for my contact info and address? You want to see me, right?
It's not me who wants to see you. It's your parents.
What? What are you talking about?
So I gave your contact info and address to your parents.
Wait a minute. What did you do? Can't be serious.
You told my sister you were transferred to a branch office and would become president after getting some experience there. But the truth is, a year ago, you were fired for embezzlement using your position as the president's son, weren't you?
How did you... Who told you that?
Since we were dating with marriage in mind, I had dinner with your parents several times, and if I may say so myself, they really liked me. That's why when you dumped me, they apologized to me, the apology you never gave.
Mom and Dad did. They had no right to tell you anything.
So you were told to pay back the embezzled money, but instead you ran away with my sister and got a job somewhere completely different.
That's... You don't understand the situation.
Apparently you haven't finished paying back what you embezzled, and they want to meet you to settle things. So I gave your parents your contact info and address. Since we weren't officially engaged, any compensation I could claim wouldn't amount to much anyway. I was wondering what to do, but this makes me feel a bit better.
Wait, Sarah! Please don't let my parents come here. I don't have any money. There's no way I can pay back what I embezzled. We can work something out between us.
Can't pay it back? Then you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
I had no choice. Dating Katie was expensive. You never asked for expensive things like she did.
I heard that before you ran away after the embezzlement was discovered, you stole more money from the company and your father.
How did you... Well, since my parents like you so much, let's get back together. If you become their daughter-in-law, they might forgive me. Think about it. We could both benefit from this.
You think they'll forgive the money you stole too?
It's possible, if you help me. We were good together once, weren't we?
Sorry, but I'm seeing someone seriously now.
Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? We only broke up a year ago. Just a year ago. Who is he? Some random guy?
Everyone moves at their own pace in love.
Some random guy can't be better than me, the son of a company president. I know you better too. Does he have my connections? My background?
You know me? If you knew me and still broke up with me that way, you must be quite heartless. Besides, you've been cut off from your parents, so being the president's son doesn't mean much anymore. And not all women can be bought with money like Katie.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not making any sense.
I make $200,000 a month.
$200,000? You're lying. That's impossible.
We're not together anymore, so it shouldn't matter to you. Well, goodbye.
Wait, Sarah, let's talk properly. I made a mistake. I see that now. Sarah? At least tell me how you're making that kind of money.
Sarah, what's going on? Why did I get dumped? What's this all of a sudden? Don't play dumb. The doctor, I even moved back home for him, but he dumped me, said he couldn't continue the relationship. My condolences. Stop being so cold. Why are you acting like this doesn't concern you? Because it doesn't. I know you told him something. When he broke up with me, he said he heard about me from your sister. What did you tell him? I was surprised, too, that your boyfriend was one of my hobby friends. Huh? Hobby friends? What are you talking about? Actually, I'm seeing someone seriously now. What are you talking about? As if anyone would want you. Well, listen to the whole story. I met my current boyfriend through a team in a game. A game? You're still playing those childish things? An online game. It was just a hobby, but recently it became my main job. I'm dating one of my teammates from that game that I played as a hobby, and while gaming is his hobby, his main job is being a doctor. What did you say? You're lying. By the way, you know him too. Someone I know? Stop being mysterious and just say it. He's the ex-boyfriend you dumped. What? That cheap doctor? You're dating my leftovers? He's not cheap at all. One day he invited a friend who was new to gaming but interested in joining our game. We enjoyed playing online games together as a hobby, but that friend turned out to be my boyfriend? No, you're making this up. They were friends from medical school. No way, this can't be happening. So after hearing about you from both me and him, he collected a lot of information and decided to break up with you. My dream of being a doctor's wife! This is all your fault! Oh, by the way, I have something I want to claim from you and Tom. A claim? If it's compensation for emotional damage, it won't be much since you weren't engaged. I'll ignore any unreasonable demands. You can't prove anything anyway. No, that's not it. I told you a year ago, remember? If anything happened to my belongings, you'd have to compensate me. You said if anything happened. It couldn't be much anyway. 30,000. 30,000? Are you insane? Split between the two of you, that's 15,000 each. Why? There wasn't anything that valuable. You're just trying to get revenge. You might not have thought much of it, but my computer was a gaming PC, so it was quite expensive. A gaming PC? All this over some stupid computer? I had just bought a high-spec one, but you two carelessly threw out my stuff. Did you just roll the desktop around because it was heavy? It was completely unusable. And all the peripherals were treated roughly too. They were dirty, broken, and scratched. That's a ripoff. You're just trying to extort money from us. I have all the purchase receipts and photos of the condition you left them in as evidence. There's no way it costs $30,000. It's just a computer. You are making this up. When you're particular about computers and peripherals, they can be expensive. Gaming headsets, specialized gaming keyboards, mice, and various other equipment. I'm going to make sure you take responsibility and compensate me properly. I don't have that kind of money. This isn't fair. Even if you can't pay it now, $15,000 is an amount a court would consider reasonable for you to pay off while working. Pay it back properly. If you refuse, we can go to court. Court? You wouldn't dare. I'd be happy to go to court for a case I'm sure to win. I have the WhatsApp chat history where you admitted to throwing my stuff out and the photos you sent. This can't be. Just to let you know, Mom and Dad won't help you. What? You told them? I showed them all the WhatsApp messages you sent. They were really shocked. Unlike when you were little and got whatever you wanted as the youngest child, you're an adult now. So they said you need to take responsibility for your actions. Sarah, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I was wrong. It's weird for sisters to demand money from each other. It's not right for a sister to make her sister miserable. We can work this out between us, right? That's quite the boomerang statement. Are you okay? Well, let's handle the detailed claims through formal documentation. Oh, and one last thing I'll tell you. What? Haven't you said enough? That doctor boyfriend you called cheap and dumped, he actually comes from a family of doctors and they're quite wealthy. What? You're lying. The medical school they attended is famous for its high tuition fees as a private institution. To use your words, I'm seriously grateful you made him available. The compensation case was settled quickly once Tom and Katie's parents refused to help them. I heard through mutual friends that they're both working multiple jobs to pay off the debt. Tom occasionally tries to contact me through fake social media accounts, claiming he's changed, but I recognize his writing style immediately and block each new attempt. Katie apparently tells anyone who will listen that I stole her doctor boyfriend, but nobody takes her seriously anymore. The gaming career that started as a hobby has become incredibly fulfilling. What began as casual online gaming sessions turned into professional tournaments, and now I'm one of the top players in the competitive scene. The community has been incredibly supportive, and my teammates have become like family. My husband often jokes that he fell in love with me all over again watching me play in my first major tournament. Looking back, I realized that Tom and Katie did me a favor. If they hadn't betrayed me, I might never have thrown myself so completely into gaming as a way to cope with the pain. I might never have joined that particular team where I met my husband again, this time as equals sharing a passion. It's funny how life works out. Katie dumped him because she thought he wasn't wealthy enough, not knowing his family owned one of the largest private hospitals in the region. He had wanted to make his own way without relying on his family's name. Mom and Dad have fully embraced my new life. They love their new son-in-law, and they've even started watching my tournament streams. They've completely cut ties with Katie, saying her actions showed them just how badly they failed in raising her. Sometimes I feel a twinge of sadness about that, but then I remember how cruelly she treated both me and my husband. My husband and I recently bought a beautiful house in a quiet neighborhood. He has his medical practice, I have my gaming career, and we both have our shared love of gaming. Sometimes we still play together late into the night, just like when we first reconnected. Life has a strange way of giving you exactly what you need, even if you don't realize it at the time. I couldn't be happier with how everything turned out.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.